Today we're going to be talking about order of operations. Remember, you know it's an order of operation problem if, when you look at the equation, it has more than one, it's okay Caleb, go ahead and sharpen. You have more than one mathematical symbol. Like this one has multiplication, addition, division, multiplication, and subtraction. Is that more than one operations?
Yes.
Yes. That means you have to solve it in a specific order. Okay? Somewhere either on the side of your Star Master or at the top on page 24, I want you to write the order of operation. Does anybody remember what phrase I told you to remember?
PMDAS.
That's right. PEMDAS. P M A. Whoops, Miss Nelson made a mistake. P M D A S. PEMDAS. P M D A S. When you get a little bit older, Riley, in junior high, they're going to add an E here. PEMDAS. But we're not going to worry about that right now. The E stands for exponents, and that's something we're not going to learn about in 5th grade yet, okay? So for right now, what's the order?
PMDAS.
Let's say it. PMDAS. PMDAS. What is it? PMDAS. What is it? PMDAS. What is it? PMDAS. Okay? Yvonne, what does the P stand for? Remember? Need help from a friend? Okay, I'll say, what does the P stand for? Parentheses, okay? What does the M stand for? Multiply. Caleb, what does the D stand for? Divide. What does the A stand for, Eduardo? Okay, and then David? Subtract, okay? And you may want to put the little symbols by it. Parentheses, multiply, divide, add, subtract. Now, it is parentheses, multiply, divide, add, or subtract. Okay? You add or subtract, whichever one comes first. In the problem, if subtraction comes first, then you subtract first. So let's look at number 1. Number 1 says, which step would be first when evaluating the following expression? All right, which step would be first? What do we do first, Gio?
We do the parentheses.
The parentheses, okay? So I have this in the parentheses, 8.5 times 3, and I have 16 divided by 2. Well, which one is the only one that's an answer choice?
The first one?
8.5 times 3, right? Which answer choice says that? D. Multiplying 8.5 times 3. This would have been 16 divided by 2 would have been perfectly acceptable. It's just not one of our answer choices, is it? Okay, so let's circle D, and let's move on. Okay? Yes? Thank you. Number 2 says, which step would be last when evaluating the following expression? This time it's asking which step would be what? Last. Okay. What's the last step in PEMDAS?
Subtract.
It's actually add or subtract. Okay. So we have add here, subtract here. But we only have one answer choice that would work. Which one would work? A would work.
Did we subtract 8?
Yes, because 16 divided by 2 is 8. You see why? Okay. Number 3. The following equation is missing both parentheses and brackets, which correctly shows where to place parentheses and brackets to make the equation true. So we have to make the equation what?
True.
True. To make it true, our answer needs to be what?
In brackets.
13. Okay, so on this one, we have to go through and we have to solve the letter choices until we find one that's what? True. Alright, so I'm going to scroll down here a little bit and I'm going to look at A. A says 4 plus bracket 12. Is that a division sign, guys? It's a little blurry on mine. Okay? Divided by 72. Is that another division? 72 divided by 18 bracket times 3. All right. So, what do we want to start with? What do we remember? P, M, D, A, S. What are we going to start with? Parentheses. What's in parentheses?
17 divided by
12 divided by
72
divided by 18.
Okay. Anybody know what 72 divided by 18 is? I'm going to tell you real quick. 4. Okay.
I knew that.
Just a little time saver.
I knew that.
Once I put my answer here, now I'm going to drop down everything that's left. So I'm going to drop down the divided by 12 and the bracket. Okay? Do I still have parentheses? Yes, because what counts as parentheses? Brackets. They're just a different type of parentheses. So let's solve. 12 divided by 4 is 3. I'm going to drop down what's left. Okay? Now, I've got, what do I want to do? Do I want to add or multiply? Multiply. Parentheses, multiply. So I'm going to multiply what?
3 times 9.
3 times 3 is? 9. I'm going to drop down the 4, and I've just got one little problem left.
13.
4 plus 9 is?
13.
13. Did we luck out? Yeah, what's our best answer here? A. If A wouldn't have been our answer, what would we have had to do?
Go to the next
We
one.
would have had to try B, C, and then D.
Do you get scratch paper on the store test?
Oh, yeah. Yes, you do. And you can also write in the book on the STAR test. Okay? You'll get scratch paper and you can write in the book. Okay? Number 4. Number 4 says, which step would be first when evaluating the following expression? So what am I looking for, David? The step that will be first. Okay? What do we always start with, Andrew? Which stands for, help them out.
Parentheses.
Parentheses. Remember the parentheses? Those are the little things that y'all do when you're texting to make us, woo! I'm throwing things. To make a little smiley face or a sad face. Okay? Can you remember that? All right, so in this problem, I would start with 25 minus 6. So what's the best answer that matches that? Anna? You have the same thing on your book, honey. D. Which says subtracting 6 from 25. Is subtracting 6 from 25 the same as 25 minus 6?
Yes.
You bet, all day long. Let's go down to number 5. Whew, it's a big one, isn't it? Number 5 says, a librarian needed students to help in the school library. Miss Morgan sent 5 of her 10 students to help. Miss Jones sent 1/2 of her 25 students to help. Mr. Martin sent 1/3 of his 18 students to help. Which expression could the librarian use to determine the total number of students who would help in the library? Wow. We're going to take this sentence by sentence. And we're going to start with the sentence that has the first 2 clue numbers in it. Okay? 5 and 10. Who sees the clue word in between there? Of. What does of tell us to do? Okay, of tells us to multiply. So, my answer should start with 5 times 10. Okay? And I don't see that there.
You guys can break
Okay. Miss Jones sent 1/5 of her 25 students to help, right? What's the clue word there? Of. Okay, I'm so popular. You think it's the president calling?
No, it's kind of.
I bet it is, saying I won Teacher of the Year in the whole universe.
I think it's that they're telling you that I'm so awesome that they need me to go over there and take over.
All right, let's look at the next sentence. Miss Martin sent 1/3. Mr. Martin sent 1/3 of his 18 students to help. Clue numbers? 1/3, 18. Clue word? Of, which means
To multiply.
multiply. Okay, so we don't have anything that says 5 times 10, do we?
No.
But if you sent 5 of your 10 students,
You're taking
you're taking away what?
5 from 10.
10 minus what? 5.
You are popular.
Okay? So, what answer can we get rid of? What
A.
and D. Okay?
I'll answer.
No. I think it's Miss Curry. You don't want to answer. The next says 1/5 of 25. So let's see if one of our answer choices has 1/5 times 25. C. So what do I do with B?
Mark it out.
Mark it out. Okay? The last two clue numbers we had, were 1/3 and 18. Is that what C shows? Yeah, so the best answer here is C. All right, now turn to page 25. Turn to page 25.
They really want me to go.
All right, on page 25, 26, 27, and 28, I believe. Make sure I'm not a liar here. 28, yes. On these next few pages, we're actually going to solve. What is our order of operations?
P, M, D, A, S.
P, M, D, A, S. Write that at the top of page 25. P, M, D, A, S. What is it? P, M, D, A, S. Turn your page. At the top of page 26, write P, M, D, A, S. Now look at page 27. What do you think you need to do?
P, M, A,
P, M, D, A, S. Okay, those of you that are watching the video, you should be writing this on the top of your pages too. Now turn to page 28, and what are you going to write?
P, M, D, A, S.
Okay, turn back to page 25. We're going to do a few together, and then I'm going to let you loose to work on your own. But before we get started, what does the P stand for?
Parentheses.
M,
Multiply.
D,
Or subtract.
Oh, good. I like how Gio threw in the or. Subtract. Add
Awesome.
or subtract. Okay, let's look at number 1. Anything I write, you need to write this time. Anything I write, who writes? We write. Look at number 1. Okay, where am I going to start, Yvonne? The parentheses. Does it matter which parentheses I start at? No, it doesn't matter. Okay, is the first one say 9 plus 5?
Yes.
Okay, 9 plus 5 is? 14. Now I'm going to come down here. I'm going to do this other parentheses. 8 plus 4 is? 12. Now I'm going to bring down everything that's left, which means I'm bringing down 5 times minus 48 divided. Okay? Have I done parentheses? What's my next step? Multiply. So now I want to multiply 5 times 14.
78.
70. Yes, it's 70. Okay? And I'm going to bring down what I haven't used yet.
48.
Okay? Have I multiplied?
Yes.
What's next?
Divide.
So what am I going to divide?
48 divided by 12.
48 divided by 12 is?
4.
4. Okay, so now I'm going to bring down. My last step is to
Subtract.
subtract. 70 minus 4 is? 66.
Yeah, what she said.
Okay. Is it okay to come to the side and do 70 minus 4 like this? Of course, just like it would be okay out to the side to do 15 or 14 minus 5 or 14 times 5. Do what's best for who? You. Some people can get it in their head. Some people need to work it out on the side. On STAR test day, what do you think I want you to do?
Work it out.
Double check yourself out to the side.
They're
real popular.
Number 2 says, what is the value of the expression below? Where am I going to start? Everybody tell me. Parentheses, okay? So I'm going to start with 42 minus 22. 42 minus 22 is 20. So I'm going to write the answer. Do I have any more parentheses? No. So I'm going to drop the other numbers and symbols down. Okay? I just did parentheses. What's my next step?
7 times 20.
Multiply. So I want to multiply 7 times 20. I can think about 7 times 2 and get 114 and add a 0, which is 140. Okay? After I multiply, then I divide. 32 divided by 4. 8. Today it's 8. For the rest of your life it's 8. Okay? 140 plus 8? 148. Best answer here?
C.
C. All right. Please listen carefully. You are going to complete pages 25, 26, 27, 28. But you only have to pick 10 problems out of those 4 pages that you want to solve. If you want to solve all of them or a few extra, each extra problem that you solve will be plus 2 bonus points. Okay? So how many problems do you actually have to solve? 10. 10. Okay? What pages do they start? What page does it start on? 25, 26, 27, 28.
Do these count?
The ones that we did together do not count. You have to start with number 3 and go on. All right, you may begin.